And I just got the live notification, so we are up and running.
Fantastic. We're just kind of waiting on what is it, Weenie Hut General?
Yep.
So
No.
I'm gonna
Yep. I changed the description for this, but that's fine.
I'm gonna text their team captain and
Obs.
see what's going on.
Settings. Stream. Nope. Let me go to the page. Anyway. I don't know if we have any viewers other than me.
Just sent it to some people over here. So maybe.
Cool. Alright, I'm going into Opera to change the settings here. Because it still says the their last week's team names. For some reason. OWL.
It's even stated a few times that, I mean, I'm not bashing a game or anything.
Channel. Edit. Chicken
Nissan Cup
Waffles
Noodles.
versus
So the captain was waiting on an invite. There he is. Hello.
New cup noodles, very veggie, with a full serving of veggies.
They were waiting
So
for an
the
invite?
captain was waiting on an invite. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yep.
Problem
that's
solved.
Unused. Anu is the captain. I guess he's
Okay.
gonna invite the rest of his guys. I said one of them's gonna be 10 minutes late.
it's not my personal channel. I thought you meant me as in who I am. Okay, so they said one of the players on Weenie Hut General is going to be 10 minutes late. We're coming up on 2 minutes to that. But welcome to our 2 viewers, one of whom I think is me. The other one I think is my wife. So hi. This is the week 2 match 1 of the Find Me Alpha Overwatch League. Matches between Chicken Waffles and Weenie Hut General. My name is Max.
I am Brayden, also known as Tingly Daffodil.
You will see me online as the real JLP when my matches go live. And we're sitting here in the lobby, and I'm just about to do some calculations here. We got to find out who's got the highest average skill rating. About 1950. 3. I probably should be using a calculator. Because I am not good at the maths. 3,000 plus. I already forgot.
See. So you want to calculate
I'm calculating for Chicken Waffles right now.
Alright, I'll do
If you want to go down the other side.
Yeah, for sure.
So the way that our league rules work, for those of you who are watching, is it's a best of 3 match. The available game modes are all 4 of the major game modes: escort / assault hybrid maps, 2 CP maps. What are they called? Assault. There we go. So payload maps, 2 CP maps, and control maps. And the way that we choose is the team with the lower average SR gets to pick first. And I don't know why I alt-tabbed out of that, but I did.
I don't know either. Well.
And so right now we're just doing some calculations to see what the average team SR looks like. So Chicken Waffles has a 2400. I'm going to guess that the other teams might be higher. Or, sorry, I meant lower.
Divided by 6. Math is hard. 2032.
Alright, I will ask Weenie Hut General Who's the captain? Underused anew?
Yeah.
Message. Not my friend. I can't
I got
message him. All right. So while we get map choice from Weenie Hut General.
Just waiting, probably conniving and scheming amongst themselves. So I know Underused Anu likes to play Junkrat a lot, and did a number in his last game. So they're probably going to start with some 2CP to open up strong, but what do I know?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. One thing that I found out last week while trying to cast was every time I thought I had an idea about what might be coming up, I was absolutely wrong. So, we've got a Winston and 5 jars of peanut butter on one team. This is going to be...
Nice. The hungry monkey.
Winston the Peanut Man.
Yeah, there it is.
This reminds me of a joke that I came up with today. I had a couple of friends on my Facebook page talking about GIF versus GIF.
Oh, all right.
And I said, I enjoy my moving images like I like my peanut butter. Which I thought was a pretty good joke.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Alright. I don't know if they messaged me a map.
Yeah, the Underused Anu is thinking. They're talking about it right now.
Okay.
Let me see. Did I miss anything in the massive peanut butter
Nope.
spam?
That's what I just.
Okay.
That's what I just scrolled up for. What is this? A crossover episode?
Li Jiang Tower.
Li Jiang. All right.
Yeah, I
opening
was
up
super
on-
wrong.
Settings, maps. None.
Oh, embarrassing.
Li Jiang. Back. I think that's how that works, right? You just have to select it manually.
Yep.
All right.
Mother. Okay. This is another meme fest.
Let's get it ready from both teams. And then we will be good to go to start game 1 of match 1 of week 2 of the Find Me Alpha Overwatch League. Alright, getting a lot of oh yeahs. They're either memeing or they're ready.
It's an oh yeah or I love animo. He thinks we missed it. We did not.
we did not.
We did not. It's now forever embedded in the Twitch VOD for everyone to see his shame.
Alright,
All right.
and
Yeah.
so
Let's see
let's get
see what the
opened
maps-
up here.
It's info.
So here, I'm going to point this out already. I love what Chicken Waffles is doing. They are learning from their success last week, and Ice Strife is starting out immediately on the Zarya. They made that switch about halfway through Game 2 last week,
Yeah.
and they just started steamrolling, and it was
Yeah,
a
they
great
really
move by
steamrolled us.
them.
A lot of times with newer players, or people that aren't experienced against super good Zaryas, once a Zarya gets super high charge, she becomes one of the most damaging characters in the game. And a lot of times when people try and fight her, they panic and they back up, and they just kind of steamroll that push. And so the reason it worked so well against us in last week's game was the team panicked and we kind of fell apart once we saw the giant laser beam of death coming from the glowing pink lady. So, wonder
Looks like we might be having a chat problem on the Chicken Waffle side.
oh. That's just what Ice Strife does. He just
Oh! A brother from my chapter is watching the stream. Hey, Sigafoos, how's it going? And let's go! Game 1!
So, all right, that's an interesting comp from Weenie Hut General. They're going with the Bastion cheese.
Yeah, and I kind of like what they're doing. They're definitely taking
I like it.
that line here by going into that room on the
Yep.
right. And we've
It's
got a
working so
Reinhardt
far.
charged in. Genji's dashing all around the place.
Let's see if they can res that. That is, yeah. Let's see. Let's see how this
Bastion
works.
putting in work.
Yeah, definitely.
We got Genji jumping all around the place.
Yeah, the cheese works well for the first push, but we'll see
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
we'll see how it lasts.
Uh,
I don't know
who am I
what
on?
the Lucio's doing.
Yeah, I don't know what this Pharah is doing either for chicken waffles.
Mr.
There we go.
Swamp Daddy. Just bouncing
Oh, I
around.
see this Bastion is just putting in work right now. I'm surprised that he's getting as much in as he is, but he just seems to be staying far enough out of the way. He's letting the enemy team engage on his other team members and then jumping in to help out. He's not playing a very offensive or aggressive Bastion. He's really a backline Bastion right now, but on a control map like this one, it's hard to tell where the line is. So we're watching him just sort of run around, but he's taking up good defensive positions. Depending on what he's seeing from the enemy team.
So Chicken Waffles is doing a really good job of countering whatever, or not countering. Excuse me. Chicken Waffles really needs to counter and dive on that Bastion, or else he's just gonna keep tearing the team apart.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen a Roadhog switch or something like that. But they may be thinking that their Pharmacy Zarya combo is something that will help them. I mean, when Zarya gets going, she just melts everything in her path.
Oh, for sure. But the problem with Zarya into this comp is the Bastion just tears through her shields, and so you can get pretty high energy off a Bastion, but then you also die super quick.
All right, and there goes underused Anu to a baby diva.
Let's see if the Mercy's gonna res him. Yep.
Res is up. We've got. I was just about to say we have Justice is live.
Oh yeah.
And this Bastion is just sitting in the corner, and nobody is even looking at him on the other team.
I think Chicken Waffles kind of anticipated the Genji to kind of counter it, but it's just not working the way they wanted it to. Ooh,
and
the pin from the Reinhardt, from Arc Ranger, the pin on the Genji.
And this match is quickly pretty well over for Chicken Waffles. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of desperation hold on from Lucio, and that's round one.
That's the round, yeah. So what do you think? What do you think Chicken Waffles needs to do to take the next round and stay in this match?
I think they have to anticipate just the sheer amount of damage output that is getting put onto them from that Bastion. Now, when you're playing solo queue, a lot of people are afraid of the Bastion. They will notice it and turn right around and just focus and focus and focus and try to get them to switch.
Yeah,
that's not what we're seeing here. And the thing about Bastion is, when left unchecked, it becomes a real big problem for the enemy team. So what we're seeing here is now we're seeing an Ana from Breadburner, we're seeing a Junkrat from Ejinx, and I think those two characters in combination are really going to help. The Sleep Dart for
absolutely.
Yep, and here we go. Bastion's the first one down.
Yeah, that's perfect. And of course the res is going to come up.
Res comes in.
Arc Ranger's just kind of wandering around on the point. I don't know.
They might be trying to take early. One of the things that they had trouble doing was recapturing. So it may be in their interest to try to take the point first and maybe try defending instead of attacking. Which I know that just sounds like, well, yeah, of course they want to take the point, but they seem to have a real struggle getting a good team push. And as you can see, they are here taking the first point pretty easily.
So now Weenie General is going to have a real hard time with the Bastion. Oh, they swapped out the Bastion to McCree. That's going to make the push a little easier.
And I like this switch.
I do too. I wish they... I mean, of course, Underused Anu is going to make it work somehow against all odds. But with the comp, I just wish they had more mobility to kind of get in on the Orisa and the Junkrat quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just going to take a lot of spam.
They're going to have a hard time pushing. Reinhardt is particularly tough here to play against a good Junkrat because that shield's just going to go down. And here we see the Reinhardt charging in. We got a mischarge. Reinhardt charging in without any backup. Very speculative, or specious is the word I'm looking for. Very specious push in by the Reinhardt.
Somehow he's still alive. And he got the Junkrat.
All right.
Almost
good plays by Aqua Ranger.
Yeah, that was surprising, honestly. And I got a
down.
nice Earth Shatter kill. That was good.
It was a pretty good barrier by Orisa.
Yeah, it was nice. It managed to block a lot of that Earth Shatter. It looks like Chicken Waffles are going to hold out on this push, but we'll see.
Yeah. Alright,
Junkrat
Valkyrie
squad.
double res.
Interesting.
There's the blade coming out on the other side. Which one's that one?
So it looks like we had Generals Reinhardt, Archranger swapped to Junkrat.
And to those of you watching, I'm sorry for my shoddy camera work. I will do better to switch off to the cool,
Ooh!
Oh, we got
So
a double tire.
Ejinx from Chicken Waffles just got a double kill with his Rip Tire. That's going to be
Excellent.
huge. Weenie Hut General has no supports right now. It's kind of all on their own mechanical skill of 1v6, and it didn't work
Wow.
out very well.
And
Yeah, that was a fantastic retake.
Ice Strife's tracking has been insane. I've just been popping. I popped into Ice Strife here for a little bit, and she, the Orisa just took down that Junkrat, nice and easy. Which one am I looking for here?
Oh, you think we got a
All right, we got
Genji's
another
on the
push.
Mercy.
Diva Bomb.
General
Genji's
Dill.
jumping in, and not
Oh,
enough
and they were not on
time.
the
We're not
point.
paying close
Man.
enough attention to the clock.
That's
they were
always
standing right next to the point, and we're just not paying close enough attention to actually getting on and holding the 99%.
Yep, this is gonna make round 3 of this match super stressful because to the winner goes the spoils, and it's gonna be an early lead in this match.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they switch to comp up. So Archranger switched to Orisa. We'll see how that goes.
And
Playing Orisa on-
Pharmacy again for Weenie Hut General.
Yeah. Playing an
Sorry for the
Orisa.
first time.
No.
Pharmacy was
Playing-
on Chicken Waffles the other time.
Yeah. Team names are hard.
Man, I'm so excited for the new spectator mode. As I'm going through here,
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, all those things that Jeff talked about earlier this evening would be fantastic right now.
Alright, let's see if General Dill can open up. He's going around the left side, kind of getting some ult charge. Let's see how this goes. Oh,
we've already
Lucio's
got
up. That's one that he's already down.
both teams.
So both teams are
Lucios
down. Lucio. Yeah.
So no boops on this push.
There's a pick. So it looks like Weenie Hut's gonna take an early lead. We'll see if
And the
see if
clutch
Chicken Waffle can
res
pull
in
back
from
from-
Tall Midget. And
absolutely. Yep, that's
this
it.
team fight
And then
is pretty
General
well
Dill's
over.
about to stagger. Let's see if he can get out. Does
No.
not look like it.
And he ended up getting away.
Good for him. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. You'll see a lot of players in the pro scene run off the edge there, which is something that I probably would have done if I was him to get the spawn sig
Yeah.
backed up. But he was able to get a little, whatever, a little poke in, a little blade charge up. You know,
And I don't know.
can't fault a Genji for trying to get his nano blade going.
Yeah, I hear that.
Mercy
And
is
then we
down. This would
didn't
be a
touch.
great time for Chicken Waffles to push in. And yep, here they are. They're all coming in. Pharaoh with some junk damage in from the outside. Nano
So
blade
underused
from
Anus-
Lunchbox DJ.
Yep, there comes that. So underused Anus died super early in the fight, and that's what allowed Chicken Waffle to kind of get in there. But they didn't account on the respawn coming back,
Nope.
so that kind of gave them a little advantage. But it still looks like they might pull this one out.
General Dill's coming back with a blade.
Yeah, see how that goes.
Mercy's
Ooh,
down
suspense.
again immediately.
Oh, Archranger coming in with the
Ejinx
random
with the
pick.
Reinhardt charge. Nice pick.
Yep. Oh man, this is a tense fight.
Yep. Tense fight and Arika. They
Yeah,
left just
man.
before. I was gonna feel so bad if they left before they captured the point and then couldn't get it. Oh, would have been bad beats. All right, and looks like we're coming up with a pretty coordinated push here from. Whoop, I'm still on the blue team.
Let's see if
Oh, coming around the left-hand side. We got a Reinhardt
there.
almost booped off the edge. Reinhardt goes in. Genji's jumping in through the window, trying to get a little extra poke damage going on in here. No real
That's
leap,
one
no real
thing.
initiation yet,
Alright, so
and
there's
I would be
that. Oh.
surprised to see one now with Lucio dropping the beat. And here we go. We're in full
There's
choke
that. There's
fight
one boop.
mode.
from Lucio. General Dill popped his blade.
Ice
Got a
Strife still on fire with 50% energy still going, melting
pulled out the
everyone in
Zarya.
his path.
Yeah, I really like the Zarya pick into the Farrah Mercy from excuse me, Waffle House. Waffle General?
Weenie
Well,
Hut
Weenie
General.
My god. Hard. It's been a long day.
I say you get used to it. It's hard. It's hard.
Uh-oh, Ryan's asleep.
Oh boy.
I don't think anything's gonna come from it, but it was
Nope.
it was a good choice. They're always fun.
Alright. We're seeing very weak engagement for the retake, and we've got
Wow, that was a
beat's been
fantastic
dropped.
Justice. The beat plus the Justice allowed Farrah to get a double kill with the Justice.
Yeah, I think we had
And then
3
stay
down in that
alive.
fight and a very quick retake for
Yeah,
Weenie
that
Hut
was
General.
fast.
I barely even saw anything happening.
It was just so quick with the beat drop and then the Justice. Because of the beat, they couldn't kill Underused Anu in time, and so he got off 2 picks and then stayed alive to finish the fight off. Which is really hard to do with Justice because you're such an easy target to hit. You usually die at the end of it.
Alright.
Here comes a Diva Bomb. That's wow!
Wow.
I did not expect that
Diva
to
got
get
stuck on
anybody.
the
That was
wall.
Yeah. Okay, so the counter
Ooh.
Diva Bomb didn't really do much.
Genji is
One
down
pick.
for Chicken Waffle.
Yep. They got the interesting ult from that Mercy. I guess you didn't have a choice, but
Underused Anu really putting in some work on that Zarya before she goes
yeah.
down. We got a beat drop from Chicken
just
Waffles.
just to try and save the day.
Yep.
Lunchbox DJ had a blade, got 1. McCree's a pretty big pick. Now they just have the
Who just went off.
Reinhardt. Woo.
And
Wow, that was
bladed
a nice
Genji
save.
goes down.
Let's see if this bomb's gonna do anything.
General Dill still in the fray. Charging Reinhardt got slept again by the Ana. Really good work
Yeah.
on this Ana.
Red Burner's doing a really good job of kind of just shutting down that Reinhardt.
Yep.
It's an intense fight.
And here we see the strength of Zarya again, melting those tanks as soon as they come in.
Yeah.
Also
Zarya
avoiding
really
reflect
shines.
damage.
In these,
But
these
we're seeing
long
a-
extended team fights.
Beat drop from Swegsalot on Weenie Hut General. They got all 6 players in the box right now. Sorry, they got 5 of 6 players in the box right now.
That was a huge anti-nade from Red Burner. However, unfortunately, they didn't have anything else to really capitalize on it. Solid round from Weenie Hut.
Absolutely. Those last few fights where they were able to just keep everybody all on the same page, all going at the same time. 3 to 5 people in the box for all the fights. And they were really able to just get it done. Here we're probably going to see that sweet double kill Riptire that comes in that allowed them to
Yep.
take the point. Yep. And that's why they call it the Riptire. Rip.
Hey, the stream is messing up. What's wrong with the stream?
The stream is messing up. What about the stream is messing up?
Are you what? Oh man, allegations of stream sniping are coming out.
Oh, lag. Well, I don't know why we'd have lag. I have reasonable internet and I'm wired. That's almost guaranteed to be all on me. Let me just check my settings here. It might be helpful. Do, 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 do.
Alright, I'm messaging Ice Strife, Chicken Waffles team captain, for the next map choice.
Thank you.
Problem.
Is anybody else in chat noticing serious lag? Would love to hear from y'all if there are any issues.
Alright, so Chicken Waffles choice is Volskaya.
Volskaya.
I think that's really going to play. See, that's going to be an interesting pick because Ice Strife Zarya is really good at Volskaya, just to kind of help shut down the prolonged team fights and hold the choke. But then underused Anu also is going to play a Junkrat, which feeds Zarya, but also kind of you have to be careful about how you pick your engagements. Well, we'll see how this goes.
Alright, so chat's also noticing some lag. I wish I knew what to do. I have... Let me see what I've got going on here.
Do you have any other programs running?
Just...
Like Chrome Open or anything like that?
Nah. Just what we're using. Alright. Yeah, man, it just might be my internet. I don't know why it would be such a problem, but that's fine.
That's cool. You live and you learn.
Yeah.
Do you have Comcast? that a thing?
Yeah.
Dude, man, I was kidding. I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's rough.
Yeah, that
My
sucks.
life is hard.
Not really on this.
Liebevol says yes. I'm assuming that's yes to are there lags in the stream. Alright, well, let's hope this goes better. From my end.
Yep. Alright, let's see.
Volskaya Industries. Game 2 of Week 2, Match 1 of the FIME Alpha Overwatch League. We have Chicken Waffles in blue versus Weenie Hut General in red.
It'll be interesting to see if Chicken Waffles can coordinate and attack enough to get past Weenie Hut's coordination.
Mm-hmm.
Because the technical skill was there for both teams. It was just Weenie Hut seemed more coordinated and more intelligent about their gameplay.
Hmm. Well, we saw that in your game last week. Your team was dominated in the first game, and it was specifically because of your ability to stick together and work as a team. It's something that we commented on a lot, and one of the things that made us pretty surprised when you didn't end up taking, spoiler alert, when you didn't end up taking down games 2 and 3 last week. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised to see yet again in a team-based game that teamwork wins out.
Yep, it's just a matter of if they can get their ducks in a row and re-coordinate how they work together. Because like you said last week, they kind of they didn't know what was going on the first round, and then they picked up the pace and they kind of reorganized themselves. It'll be interesting to see if this becomes their shtick, if you will, in the league.
Well, they seem to have picked it up for. Oh no, they lost last game. This blue versus red thing is killing me, man.
Soon we'll
yeah,
have green
I know.
and purple
I'm
and all
so
the colors
pumped.
we could want.
I'm so pumped. This is an interesting attack strategy coming in from Chicken Waffle, or from the other one, Weenie Hut General. Reinhardt's in, jumped on the team. He's been working his way toward the back line. We've got a bit of a split. Ice Strife with the Orisa is really laying down some suppressing fire. And
Yeah, the
holding
quick pick
him
on the
off.
quick pick on the McCree is going to be real hard. Now they won't have a res for this fight, so now all they have to do is just get normal picks because you don't have to worry about a res for the next 20 seconds or so.
And May here chasing down the Mercy is going to be pretty helpful. Tall Midget playing a really good game here. May is just all over this point. Stall. I think they might be trying for the hard lock, the hard round 1 lock.
So Doomfist is a really interesting pick here. There's a lot of verticality in this map, but a lot of teams don't really take advantage of that. So I don't know how effective Doomfist's ability to leap around is going to be here. So far, it's working out.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how that lasts, especially going into the second point.
And that looks like a pretty good take
Oh, yeah.
for Weenie
That was,
Hut General. And we've got a Meteor Strike and a Death Blossom ready for Weenie Hut General if they choose to rush the second point, which it looks like they are going to.
Yeah.
They can
What
be
I would
met
do
with
here.
a Blizzard if
Yep.
they need. Well, we've seen Arisa switch off to Diva.
Huh. So, what I would have done right there. Oh, the huge
Triple kill from May. Oh, from
huge
Deadeye.
Deadeye from General Dill on the McCree.
Beautiful. Blizzard Deadeye is one of those just really amazing wombo combos.
Yeah, there's really nothing you could do against it.
Nope.
Especially if they get stuck in the Blizzard. I think what Weenie Hut should have done was engage with one of their offensive ults, like they did with the Meteor Strike.
Sure.
However, they almost had an Earth Strike, or Earth Shatter, excuse me, that they could have comboed with the Death Blossom. And I think if they just waited for Archranger to get that Death Blossom, they could have capitalized on that a lot and get a pretty big pick. But there's that coordination and IQ, game IQ coming into play again.
Yeah. And here we see a trap that Reinhardt's get, as somebody who plays some amount of Reinhardt, a trap that Reinhardt's get stuck in a lot where they're in the choke and they're just getting shot at and they're just getting their shield torn down. And now here they are in the mid fight and Reinhardt gets immediately taken down.
Yep. Luckily there's a Mercy there to save the day, but again, that kind of takes away the Mercy save for the rest of the fight.
Yep, except that Mercy... Oh, nope, that's the enemy Mercy. I was going to say, except that their Mercy just popped off Valkyrie, but they didn't. That was Chicken Waffles Mercy. And here we have another Chicken Waffles hold. So, it's interesting to see how these second points shake out on 2CP maps, because sometimes when you get a nice quick capture on the first point, you get a good rush to the second point, and there's a steamroll.
I just want to point out that Tall Midget is deep in enemy line. And was just hiding in the mini health pack room for that whole time.
Oh, was she?
Watching people walk by,
That's
and no one
funny.
saw her.
And here we are. They're all grouped up inside the choke, and they're right there when the
Man.
Blizzard comes in. So
That was fantastic, Blizzard. That was great.
well, I don't think Mercy's getting to hide this time. I did
No, I
love
don't
using
think
that res there. We got the suicide charge from Reinhardt. Good job, Metro
It might
Falco.
not be the best play ever, but it's sure satisfying.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah. But yeah, you're
Ajax
right.
has
I
been
didn't.
absolutely savage using this May to
The May, yeah.
divide and conquer.
May is
It's one
definitely the MVP for this round. That I can so far, just the way that she splits up the team and can pick off the stragglers is really what's been helping them secure these defenses. But
Alright.
then there's Archranger in the back again. I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know either, but it's given Chicken Waffles 5 players on fire.
When you got a giant German man in armor to shoot at, kind of helps the fire thing.
So if I'm Weenie Hut General, I'm all excited because I'm going to get to Earth Shatter with attack visor up. What
Yep.
they don't know is they're running straight into a sound barrier, a Deadeye, and a Diva Bomb. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
going to be
not
interesting to see who shoots their ultimates
Oh.
off first. Looks
Ice
like
Strafe.
it's going to be Diva.
Yep. Interesting. I think that was more of a panic ult, really.
Yeah, that was
she
a...
lost her mech and
Yep.
then had to swap. So I haven't seen Ice Strife play Diva in months, since long before the change. And he's good at her. It's just gonna be interesting to see how the changes affect his play.
Yeah. Lunchbox DJ down to a sliver of health. Oh, sorry, underused anew. There we go.
Oh, there's Archranger
And
again.
another
Come
pick.
in with the charge.
These Aka Ranger charges are killing me, man.
Yeah. it's kind of high risk, high reward with those charges. Sometimes you get an awesome pick and it opens up the fight for an easy win, and then sometimes you just fly off the map or into the worst spot you can possibly imagine.
Yeah. All right, with 1:36 left to go in this match, don't be surprised if we see all 7 ultimates that are currently queued up get shot off. Here comes Tack Visor.
There's the
Earth Shatter from Aqua Ranger.
Where did that come from? Did he flank around behind?
Quadruple kill from
was.
Tack Visor.
Yep, that's what we were looking for.
Diva Bomb.
Ejinx is still behind. Ejinx is still coming in with the Mei. She can easily stall this out until her team gets back.
And she's
never
I
mind.
was just
She's
about to
dead.
say she's up to 90. And with the Mercy res, that's actually a great res.
Oh my god.
May
And
is
the
here at
double
97%. If she gets just
General
a little bit
Bill
more
came in
charge.
and really save that with the double Deadeye.
And here we see May really putting in work on Tracer, a character that I often don't think of as a counter for Tracer. Really putting in a lot of work. Blizzard kill on the Mercy. Dueling the Winston. Ejinx as May is just putting in the work on these last 2 fights.
Oh man, Ejinx with the wall to stop our Aqua Ranger from running away. That was fantastic.
And then the ice bubble to stop the pulse bomb from hurting her or her teammates. Ejinx is just all over this game.
He's killing it. It's
Definitely
great.
MVP for the last fight. I don't know about the whole
Yep.
match, but for the last fight, woohoo! And watch as we see the wall's gonna wall off like
Yep, the
2 or
wall's
3 of them. Boom.
Yep. She's gonna focus down the Lucio.
Trapped Reinhardt on the other side. Attack Visor from Soldier again.
Tall Midget comes in to revive Swegs a lot on the Lucio. It's kind of a trade-off because your Lucio is important.
And
of
the
course,
Mei
but
walls off the Mercy.
the Mercy, that's huge.
And she's trying, but she is down. And that is
She's trying.
round 1.
That was a really, really great hold for Chicken Waffle. I think they're blue, right?
Yes.
I'm not losing my mind.
Chicken Waffle is blue.
Okay, just making sure. They switch on me sometimes.
Oh man, that was rough. That was rough to watch from the Weenie Hut General side. They actually were doing really good. Like I was really liking that they were taking good angles of attack. Other than a few wild Reinhardt charges from Aqua Ranger, like they did a pretty okay push on the second point. But boy, they just got absolutely outplayed by Chicken Waffles, and especially
They
on
really
that last
did.
fight by Ejinx. Ejinx was just keeping them, keeping the teams just totally separated. Just really, really good. Really good work.
For sure. I think what needed to happen was to counter the Mei, Roadhog is really good. And then also, if the Tracers... So Lunchbox DJ was on the Tracer for the second push, and it would have... With Tracer against Mei, you really need to be hypermobile and just avoid her left click. And then also, with the Pulse Bomb, you have to bait out the Ice Block, or of course she's just gonna Ice Block and it's not gonna do anything.
Now you guys had to firsthand deal with Ejinx on Genji last week. And I know for a fact that it was a pretty scary situation, being on the other side of that. I think Ejinx just has the tracking to play all of these, high skill cap heroes. And it really shows. I mean, he was really putting in, I don't want to say single-handedly, that whole team was just putting in a massive effort, but his ability to divide and conquer was just absolutely invaluable to that final fight.
Oh, absolutely.
So here we are at the start of the second half of game 2. We've got who do you call it? Weenie Hut General's got 1 capture.
All right, so
Doomfist is doing a really good job of peeling here. Lunchbox DJ. There was a led by the Winston push. The whole of Chicken Waffles got on the point right away.
that
Lunchbox,
was a fantastic dive.
Yeah, but Lunchbox DJ is in and really doing a good job of kind of solo holding the point. It's Up, and
Really,
as soon as I spoke,
there's
There
only
goes
only
that.
so much a Doomfist can do against 6 people. And
yeah.
even if he's the best Doomfist in the world, I've
John-
watched Pro Doomfist play in numerous tournaments, and it doesn't matter how good you are. Doomfist just go in and then die. You might get like a pick or two, but you always die in the end. There's no getting out. So
And led by a Zarya charge, it looks like these guys are just going to try to roll the enemy team.
Yep.
Oh boy.
let's see.
Metro
Zarya
Falco
right now
here
is-
holding on. Winston up in the top corner trying to take down Aka Ranger's Bastion.
Aqua Ranger is on the Bastion now. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how quickly he can shred the tanks.
And Winston's putting in a lot more work than just the tanks. He's really hampering Jirachi's ability to get anything set up with Symmetra.
Yep.
Taking out
So look-
4 Symmetra turrets in a couple of seconds. Real good work. And here we come in with the Primal Rage, just knocking everybody around.
Yeah, that was an interesting grab on Ice Strike's part. He actually got the Symmetra on the other side of the wall. Man, this has been a... Yep, there it is. That was fantastic. My God.
Alright, I believe that evens the games up, and we're going
does.
for a third round. So the third round, we've played Control, and we've played 2CP. So now we get the losing team, which was Weenie Hut General, is going to get to choose between Escort or Hybrid.
Yep. Let me figure out what he wants.
If you could vote on this screen, who would you vote for? Breadburner, Ejinx, Ice Strife, or Underused Anu?
Definitely Ejinx.
Yeah?
Yeah. The second point, he almost solo held it just with the amount of times he separated the enemy team, was able to get those first early picks.
Yeah, I
It was-
totally agree.
Super important for that hold. So, while we're waiting, and did we called that at the beginning, right? They'd kind of figure out the teamwork
Yeah.
and then come back and let's see. Crucible this for the third round. Man. Have you played the new Destiny?
I have not.
I have not either. Supposedly it's good. Let's see. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, I did not enjoy the first one, but I'm not really a shooters guy. It's amazing to me that I care this much about Overwatch.
Yeah, I feel you. It's not for everybody.
For those of you
So-
watching along at home, and for you, Braden, we're going to have Ejinx on at the end of this match for our short interview segment. We're trying to do a small interview segment at the end of each of the matches with at least one of the players from at least one of the teams. So I just messaged Ejinx, and he's going to hop in to our Discord at the end of the
Awesome.
match here, and we're going to get to hear from him and hear some of his pro tips.
It's pro May play. So Weenie Hut wants King's Row, and they have a potty break.
All right. That gives me time to set it up. King's Row on. Back. So we've seen a control map, and we've seen a 2CP map. And as much as those two modes are different, and they are very much different, I think in both sets of games we saw the same kinds of play were triumphing for each team. Good tactically oriented, coordinated play. In the second fight, while excuse me, in the second fight while Chicken Waffles was on defense, we keep talking about it. That May play was absolutely astounding, and the reason was it really messed with the fundamentals of the game for Weenie Hut General. They could not get a coordinated push going. They could not get 5 to 6 men in the box. they could not attack from the same angle and get everybody in there, and that was a huge deal. And on the control maps, we saw the same thing. The winning team was the team who could get the other team split up, could get them could get them on unsure footing. I believe it was underused Anu with the Bastion at the start. I think that was him.
Yep. Yeah, that was him.
Just absolutely ripping into the enemy team, and because of his high caliber firepower, he was getting picks on the other team and really getting them cut off from each other, really getting their spawns out of sync. And it was those kinds of things that have won the day on both modes. With that in mind, which team do you think has the edge going into the Assault Escort hybrid mode here on King's Row?
See, it's gonna be a tough call because King's Row is one of my personal favorite maps to play Zarya on, and time again, Ice proven himself in a fantastic Zarya. But there's so many things you could do on the first capture point in King's Row that I don't think Chicken Waffles is gonna be able to predict what Weenie Hut's gonna do. So underused Anu could come out with the Bastion again and disrupt everything. They could pull out a Mei, who's great on that first choke point. Torbjorn's awesome here. Widowmaker. There's so many different things that they can do that it's going to be really hard to coordinate against what you don't know.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think that the defensive team is going to be favored on both sides because both teams, when they're able to stay on their footing, are able to keep it. I say that after watching Weenie Hut General get bowled over last match on defense on 2CP. But we're seeing them get a little cheesy. Torbjorn Orisa, that's a little something. The Sombra pick is really interesting to me, and they've put Sombra where I like Sombra, which is in the support slot, the Zenyatta slot, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I think what they're going to try to do is rely on EMP to stop these pushes in their tracks. Meanwhile, we're seeing a pretty similar comp with Chicken Waffles. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Ejinx is on the Mei again. And I get the feeling that Ice Strife and Bad Swamp Daddy aren't going to be sticking on the double snipers plan. Yep, there we are. Oh, that's a fun little... Zarya was playing around trying to get up to the ledge.
Man, if that was possible, that'd be fun. I don't know why you would want to, but all right, let's see what happens first. I'm really surprised Weenie Hut General isn't picking a Mei. Just because of how successful it's been.
Yeah, I'm not. It may just be a matter of not being comfortable on the Mei.
Yeah.
And it's not really effective necessarily on offense on a map like this where there are multiple angles of attack. The wall is good for shuttling if you're doing something like that, but it's too easy to cover both lanes of attack on the ground.
So General Dill just kind of tried to flank around the corner there and got an early pick on the turret, but he was quickly double tapped by underused Anu on the McCree, who's really showing McCree's strengths with the burst damage and the ability to kind of quickly shut down troubled people. But is it gonna make a difference?
I don't think so. I think they just got too many picks too fast.
Yeah.
Ejinx is really, the spam damage from those grenades is just really hard to conquer. And here again, as we saw last match, Chicken Waffles just jumping in there with quick ganks and a big dive, and it's going real good for them.
I think the big problem with what Weenie Hut's doing is their tanks are constantly getting... Oh man, that was unfortunate. Lunchbox DJ just got deleted by General Dill. Right as I was saying, the tanks were getting picked first. One of the DPS got picked first.
It's always when you think you know what's happening.
Yep. So Ejinx is flanking around right now with General Dill. We'll see if they can... With the Riptire coming out. Alright, he got the turret. That's a decent trade. See right there, Jirachi on Roadhog tried to 2v1 General Dill and Ejinx. And he should have just waited for his Reinhardt to come up and push forward with him, because that's not a fight you win.
Lunchbox
But, oh.
DJ is trapped and stuck, and here comes Aka Ranger from the back.
Just
Not
swinging
sure.
around.
Yeah, just
He got
swinging
one.
around. Hey, sometimes it happens, and the Streets phase is quickly over.
Yeah, that was
Chicken
fast.
Waffles
That was
again, just moving right along, getting everywhere they want to go as quickly as they want to get there.
So if there's one thing I've learned in my ridiculous and unhealthy 600-something hours playing Overwatch, your tanks have to be the most coordinated. Like, your supports can do whatever they want. Your DPS, of course, especially Tracer and Doomfist, can go flank around, whatever. But if your tanks don't play together, then you're gonna lose the pushes and you're gonna lose the holds. And Aka Ranger and Jirachi aren't coordinating the way they should be to hold.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of just wild flanks from Aka Ranger, or wild charges,
Yeah.
and he seems to be totally willing to
Oh.
just jump into the middle of the fight and
So
get
General
got.
Dill came around and with the
Attack
as
visor
I
from
was
behind.
talking about the flank.
1,
Yep,
2,
that's
3,
the one
4. Yep,
And that's
boom.
it. That's
1,
the
2,
round.
3, 4. Let the bodies hit the floor. It is. Oh boy,
That was a quick round. That's gonna be tough to hold.
that's gonna be really tough to beat too.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have to. I hesitate to say they have to do a hard hold, but with that much time left on the clock, they really gotta hope. They really gotta hold out hope.
Ice Strive throwing out some shade in the chat, calling a GG after first round.
Not on purpose, he says. He meant GR. He meant GR. Quick chat poll. Do you believe him? Did he mean GR or did he mean GG?
We may never know.
We-
Ignore BM.
All
Let's
right.
see if they can hold it.
I'm really curious what. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm really curious what Aka Ranger's going to pick here. He hasn't been having much luck on the Rhine, but meh.
No.
Pretty. Not. I don't want to say unconventional, but you know, unconventional triple tank coming in from Weenie Hut General.
Yeah.
It may be just what they need. If they are having trouble securing kills, or if they are having trouble because they're getting killed too much, beefing up their butts is going to be helpful.
Yeah, it's
they're-
gonna help a lot.
They're going to be able to take a lot more damage, and it looks like they're going to need the help with Ejinx and Metro Falco. Ejinx on the Junkrat and Metro Falco on the Orisa.
And then, of
ugh.
course, Ice Strife on Zarya.
Ice Strife on Zarya is always a threat to be at max
Yeah.
damage most of the time.
And there's so many big team fights in King's Row that it's super easy for Zarya to get and then just maintain that 70-80% charge.
Soldier running around to try to duel General
Yeah.
Dill here up on the rooftops. And
This is the exact duel that happened last round, except now General Dill has a pocket mercy, so we'll see how it goes.
yeah. And this is the exact scenario that I think Weenie Hut General wants to be in. We've got half of Chicken Waffles on one side and half on the other side. Aka Ranger goes in on a charge, but
Yep.
goes into the side where there's 4 people.
Underused Anu was in that corner earlier and was trying to fight the whole team, and if Aka Ranger had pushed up, the fight might have ended differently, but instead Aka Ranger waited until Underused Anu was dead. That would have been a good time for all of Weenie Hut to kind of collapse in on that fight, because Roadhog's really good at just standing in front
Absolutely.
and taking
And
damage.
Lucio takes out the soldier in the in the theater there.
Oh man, Lunchbox DJ is not gonna be happy about that.
And we had a grab shot off, but didn't do
Did it get
much.
eaten?
It might have gotten eaten because it didn't do much.
Good for Diva. That's hard to do nowadays.
My ultimate is almost ready.
See, and now's when Ice Strife's got that 99% charge, so now's a perfect time to be pushing up.
Yeah, and this aggressive defense I think is going to work out for them. The Weenie Hut General's just not pushing together, and
No.
If you pizza when you want a French fry, you're gonna have a bad time. They are definitely pizzaing.
Yep, Zarya's back up to 93, almost has another grab. I don't know.
And that, I don't know what that Earth Shatter was. Earth Shattering right into the Orisa shield seems like a bad move, but
questionable.
next level plays, I guess. And big old scrum down in the middle
There
of the
goes
field.
Jirachi.
Zarya with 99%, 95% charge, 90% charge, boosted
what's
by
gonna
the
win the fight.
bongo, is just
So
absolutely
Underused
wrecking face right now.
Alright, so Underused Anu is able to pick off Ice Drive, even with the ridiculous charge. That's a huge, huge pick.
We'll see
Now
if
if they
Tall
can-
Magic can get down to Res Ice Strife, or sorry,
If they can...
Red Burner can get down to Res Ice Strife, and did.
She did, yeah, but let's see if Ice Drive can stay alive long enough to get that charge back, because this is when Zarya's at her weakest.
Yeah, well, she's still got 40%.
Yep, she's back. Back in it. That was quick.
Did not take long to bounce back.
No. Just
Back
like I
up
was
to
talking about.
65 somehow. Back up to 65.
Interesting. Well, we got a pick with that. Let's see if they can hold it. Ooh, that's a huge grab.
A grab countered by Earth Shatter. You don't see that very often.
No, that was a fantastic play. But
Yeah,
I've been
absolutely.
talking a lot of
Aka
trash on
Ranger. Yeah, Aka
but
Ranger. That was the play that
really
we've
good.
been waiting for.
Absolutely.
That was
saved push.
good Reinhardt counterplay.
Yep.
All right, well, they took the first point, and they've got less time on the clock than they've got to
Yep. We'll see if they can pull this off.
Waffles got. So, yeah, they've got about 3 minutes to push. 4:50 on the clock for Chicken Waffles if it does come down to a tie. And we've got a Bastion on the point with the
And
Reinhardt.
you pull the Bastion back out.
Shield is not helping him out. There we go.
No. The Junkrat's a really good pick against Bastion and Reinhardt on these escort maps because he can just stand behind a corner and then bank mines and grenades off walls. Puts himself in no danger while attacking. And of course,
But
who's this? General Dill just kind of being a pain in the ass from behind. Can I say
yeah, you can this week.
that?
Yeah, and we're seeing the Bastion out from Underused Anu again, who was so effective on the control map in the first point. Let's see if he can actually. Let's see if we can get the work done this match. Right now, he's stuck between 4 Chicken Waffles. Ice Strife with a triple kill off a grab.
Underused Anu, kind of a questionable tank. He got one pick. He's really trying to stay alive right now.
Yeah, it looks like that's all that really was. Because we just had the triple kill off Ice Strife for Chicken Waffles. And boy, a really aggressive Zarya, but it is working out for them.
That's how you do it, man. You get that high charge, then you just push. Since that charge goes away, you can't let it go to waste. It's pretty easy to win fights with that giant danger noodle.
Earth Shatter up from Aka Ranger. Let's see how he chooses to use it. The spam. Oh, and Junk. I was just about to
That's
talk
a
about the
huge pick.
spam damage from Junk.
Yep.
If I'm Weenie Hut General, I'm looking at this as an opportunity to push in and try to get that point.
Yep.
moving
Even with the
again.
res, even with the res that happened, it's
right.
that means they don't have res for the next person. So still a big opportunity. Oh, that was awesome. Ejinx bypassed Lunchbox DJ's soldier to try and get and kill the 2 tanks, which he didn't, but he got the tank in the.
You get the
Lucio.
tank and the Lucio, which is almost a better combination.
Yeah, I would agree.
But here we go. We're back up. Looks like Tall Midget was able to get Aka Ranger back up. And
Oh no! I'm not sure why Underused Anu was that far up. But I guess trying to get a cheeky pick on. Oh, let's see what happens here. So nothing really came out of that grab. That was really interesting. That was a big shatter. Let's see if he can. And then whiffs the charge. Let's see what comes. Lunchbox DJ with attack visor gets 1.
Aka Ranger is really keeping that General Dill out of the match right now.
Yeah.
Really holding him off
Wow.
down there.
Oh
And
man, they're so close to checkpoint.
yep, half a meter.
All right, that's gonna take
Overtime.
Zarya. Yep.
If they can, if Weenie
General
Hut General
Dill's
can
back.
hold it here, they're gonna have it. Oh, Riptire destroyed as soon as it gets
That's
out.
huge.
Good move by Jirachi.
One pick. General Dill's still behind. When Aqua Ranger wasn't able to get rid of General Dill from the rear, he kind of was able
Oh,
to
and
come up.
Tall Midget goes down
destroy.
for Weenie
Yeah,
Hut
that's
General.
really not good.
But they
still-
seem to be gaining ground on the push. We got a
Yeah, it's right now it's
drop
just Bad
the
Swamp
feet.
Daddy. Just being cheeky and trying to stall until his team can get back.
Yeah, double supports keeping each other alive, trying to stay on the
Oh
point.
man.
They
That's
know the
super
value
annoying
of
to deal with.
holding it here. If they hold it here, then they win. They
Yeah.
know that, and Bad Swamp Daddy and Breadburner are not letting them go.
Yep. Oh, there goes Bad Swamp Daddy out with the.
Bongo grab, Riptire,
There's Riptire. What's it gonna get? Oh, the triple. That was it.
the triple.
That's what they needed. Yep. There's nothing you can do against that. That was it.
Absolutely. I know what it's going to be, but I'm going to give play of the game here to Breadburner and Bad Swamp Daddy. On that last fight, they were the only two on the point, and they just focused on
Yep.
keeping each other alive and staying on the point long enough for the rest of the team to get up and do this wombo combo of Bongo Grab Riptire. Bongo
Yeah.
Grab Riptire is just ridiculous, and they made it happen.
Let's see. I'd give it to Ejinx this round.
I mean, yeah.
Same as last round. Yeah.
Yep.
Just the amount of spam he was putting in, and that was it.
All right, that is week
So-
2 in the books.
Yep.
Match goes 2 points for Chicken Waffles, 1 point for Weenie Hut General. And Chicken Waffles already out of the lobby.
I would have assumed.
All right.
Huh, I would have assumed Weenie Hut would have left quicker, but hey, it happens. We're gonna get Ejinx to get in here.
Yep, Ejinx is coming in.
Did you leave? Why did you leave?
Match is over. Main Discord. And get him in here if he's in the Discord. If not, do you have Ejinx on your friends list?
I do not.
All right. Can you add friend him and then
can.
send him the link so that I don't have to send it over stream?
Yep. Yeah, I got you.
What's your screen name on here again?
Tingly Defaddle.
Well, those were a couple of fun games to watch. You know, even sometimes it can sometimes be tough to watch the steamroll matches, like when Chicken Waffles was on attack on Volskaya. It can be sometimes tough to watch those, but even in that one, it was interesting to see the way that Chicken Waffles was choosing to coordinate and attack. They did what I would, and I think most people would do after taking A so quickly, is to just jump in and rush into B. And they went in with Death Blossom and a Meteor Strike. I was very surprised that they didn't just take the point. The more drawn out fight after that was definitely fun to watch. But the first round was just really fun to watch. Li Jiang,
It was.
the Li Jiang Ejinx. No, can I get a link, please?
Let's see. Where's the link? Maybe. Do I have a link? How do?
You can get one. Hidden use copy button, copying. I'm gonna send that to him quick.
Sometimes I think I know how to work Discord, and other times I just have no idea what's happening.
The Overwatch Casting champ.
Hello.
Hey, is this
Welcome.
E-Jinx? How's it going?
Yes, how you guys doing?
We're doing great. So how are you feeling about your game this week? You're now 2-0 in the league, and you are 2-0 in the league, right?
Yes, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It was another hard fought win, which is something that I'm glad with these like these matchups that even though we do have like a large disparity between us, like the games are still close. They're still fun.
You mean between team members? Because
Mhm.
yeah, I was actually surprised when I saw a couple of the players on your team line up, and I was like, oh boy. But
Yeah.
your average SRs were actually only like 50 apart, so I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, talk to me about that. So the way we did these teams was we tried to balance them out with the same average SR, but we're just pulling from Find Me Alpha Brothers. So there's some people that are low gold, high silver,
you've
and
got
then some people who are in diamond. And
you've got such a large range.
So how are you adjusting to that situation?
It's really interesting whenever you look at the players who are like last week there was a master console player. He wasn't ranked on PC, but console. I think they said he was master, which means that he still has the game sense. He still has the knowledge and the know-how to play, even though it is a different system. So like there was that leadership that he had, and it was very obvious. Like last week, right out of the gate, they were coordinated. This week, right out of the gate, they were coordinated. It really took us the first game. We kind of went into it and we were joking around, whatever, and then it just kind of got to a point where we were like, we're not actually really like paying attention. We're not actually making call outs. We're not communicating. We're just kind of playing Overwatch.
Right.
And so once like we really hammered that out, everything just kind of fell in place, and it felt good.
So, with all that in mind, talk to me about this week's match and how your team mentality changed, especially over the course of the first game, but as you went through the match, through all 3 games of the match.
So like how everything, my mentality changed and the team's mentality?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first game on Lijiang Tower, the first point of the first game of the match, you guys were having a little bit of trouble getting your footing. And I noticed the same thing in your match last week. The first match was really hard for you guys to get your footing, and as the match went along, you gained your ground, and then really just started to snowball. So, sort of talk to me about that.
I really feel like it's kind of the same thing, where it's like most of it, whenever we're just kind of running around, it's because we're not communicating. It's because we're not making those calls. We're not focusing down the people that we need to focus down. And it's just once you get that out of the way, once you start making calls, hey, we need to take care of the Mercy. All right, well, I'm junking. We're going to spam in that direction. Hopefully, I'll hit her. And like, it really seems to be just communication is the biggest. It seems like the biggest barrier and the biggest advantage that any team can have. And I feel like going, same thing like you said last week and this week, it was the exact same thing where the first game we were just kind of playing. We weren't really thinking. It wasn't like an active kind of playing. It's just whenever you rank up or you queue up for a competitive and you just kind of sit back and you mentally check out. So it just kind of felt like that.
So this is a little bit less true since his most recent buff, but you spent most of this match playing 2 pretty unconventional characters when it comes to the 6v6, pre-constructed league scene. You spent a lot of time on Mei and a lot of time on Junkrat. So describe to me what the decision-making process that led you into that looked like.
Honestly, I picked up Junkrat at first, and this set because of the Bastion, and then it just kind of worked, so we kept using it. I find that a lot of people don't really respect Junkrat's burst, especially if you're holding on to both concussion mines. That's an easy kill on a squishy. If you walk up to him and you hit him once, you throw a concussion mine out. You only need to use one on a squishy. So, it just kind of fell in place. It seemed like they didn't really react to it fast enough, and by the time that they were trying to react to it, it was already over. And then the May, I've seen May work a lot on Volskaya Industries, and I've seen Junkrat used a lot as well. But my main thing with Junkrat on the first point is that there's so many different places. It's not like second point for you where you can just spray down like the main corridor or the left corridor or the right corridor. On the first point of Volskaya, it's just wide open. Like you've got that little choke point, but once they make it through that, once they're on point, you're just kind of spinning around, trying to hit people.
So something of a speculative pick.
Yeah. So not Blizzard, May just kind of she really fit into that thing I was trying to do, which was just lock down healers, lock down like they had a tracer. Besides what's it called? The trap. Besides the trap and spamming in her general direction, there's not really much you can do as a Junkrat.
Sure.
Unless you're like a god at him, but
yeah, you sort of have to hope that she walks into your trap so that you can hit her with a couple of grenades. Yeah.
But
no, that's true.
But with May, it's a lot easier. Just kind of look in her direction and hold down mouse 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And during the last fights on Point B there as May, we were talking a lot about your plays to really split the team off from each other. Do you have a lot of experience playing May on 2CP maps? Because it seemed like you were just putting walls right where they needed to be, right when they needed to get put there, and really maximizing her value.
I don't play her a lot, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like that difficult of a concept. A couple of their tanks push in, you place on a wall. It's just honestly something I've picked up from watching a lot of pro players and watching a lot of like the actual professional scene. Back in, was it season 2 or 3? May was really big for that because it was so easy for you to split off the entire team. And now you can split off the entire team and people lose their ultis.
Yeah.
That like if Lucio's in the air and you split off the team, well, if he dies in midair, like it's gone. And that happened a couple times where he was in midair and like I would just drag the mouse a little to the left or something and accidentally hit him, and it would waste his ulti. There was a lot of moments where I was landing shots that I shouldn't have been landing. It was kind of that Hanzo kind of mentality where I was just kind of shooting stuff out there.
Yeah. So we talked about what was similar between last week and this week in that your approach to communication and teamwork sort of increased as time went along. What do you think changed between last game and this game?
But between last week and this week, or
in your team, were there any things that were going right that didn't go right last week, or some things that we
figured out the player icons pretty quickly. That was a pretty big team boost.
Skintimidate.
Like not even kidding. Just trying to figure out what player icons we had put us in such a good mood that it felt right to play with them. It felt good. We were doing callouts, but I think over the course of just the past couple games, we've gotten used to whenever each other's ultis are going to be up, used to whenever like certain people are going to go in. I know Zarya. I think Strafe was playing Zarya, and he was getting amazing bubbles all the time. But I would go in, do something stupid, and all of a sudden he gets 40 charge off of it, and I get out.
Yeah.
Just great reactions between everybody. Great. I feel like we have like a good chemistry, good synergy between us, and it kind of shows whenever we actually talk. Like when we actually communicate it, I feel like it shows a little bit more.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining us for this interview segment.
All right, and thank you guys so much. I thank y'all for casting this stuff. It wouldn't happen without y'all. So thank you.
No problem.
All right, y'all take care.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's also it for the Find Me Alpha Overwatch League stream for tonight. Braden, is there anything you want to plug while we're signing off here?
In my next game, see us play. We're playing Monday. Tuesday.
Monday.
Wow, I should know this. Yeah, Monday.
Monday, also at 11 Eastern. You'll see both of us playing on opposite teams.
Yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. Is there anywhere that you want people to find you on the greater internets, or are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
I'm on my own business on the interwebs.
All right, you can find me at twitch.tv/therealjlp, or you can find me on Twitter at mtg_jlp. Next week we may be on a different channel. We are working out some details with a different Find Me Alpha organization, one that I help run, for consolidating channels and viewers and all that. So if you are a fan of the stream, keep an ear out. We will be posting in both places, and we'll probably host here for the first couple of games if we do end up making the changeover, so you will get plenty of opportunity to switch over and not miss a game. Other than that, thank you for joining us tonight, and I hope to see you at our next league match, which will be Monday, October 30th at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same, I was about to say same time, same place, but it's actually going to be a different time and possibly a different place. So hopefully we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Yep. Adios.